Hi, I'm Aman, and this is a demonstration of CerebroAI, our artificial intelligence prototype built on top of the largest collection of basketball box scores in the world. And just a reminder, Cerebro Sports houses youth box scores, collegiate, and professional levels across men's and women's basketball. Now, on top of our traditional box score, Cerebro also offers custom proprietary metrics to help you really break down the game and understand what's going on behind the box score. So I've pulled up our glossary right here. You can pause and read it if you'd like, and I'll also link more information about our custom stats in the description below. And with that, let's go ahead and get started with our global player search, our entry point into Cerebro's database. We can take a look now at Cameron Boozer's statistical profile in Cerebro and see all of the events that Cerebro has on him going back to 2021 City of Palms. As you can see, he is essentially a gold CRAM at every event that he plays, and it makes sense why he is ranked #1 in the country and committed now to Duke along with his brother. The event that I'd like to take a look at today is the FIBA World Cup 2024 U17 tournament, where Cameron Boozer was a 13.9 CRAM. And at this event, Cam averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and a block a game, shooting 70% from the field across 7 games. And the event overview tab will be the perfect place to see the leaderboard of how he compared to the rest of the field. And so here we are in the event overview for the 2024 FIBA World Cup U17. As you can see, there's 192 total players, and Cameron Boozer stands alone at the top. And it looks like 5 of the top 7 players at this event played on Team USA by RAM and CRAM. Let's take a look now at 3 different Team USA players: Cameron Boozer, Tyron Stokes, and maybe Caleb Holt, who was one of their sharpshooters as demonstrated by his 85-3 PE. Tyron Stokes being one of the best playmakers on Team USA with his 83 FGS. And of course, Cameron Boozer, the scoring and rim running prodigy on Team USA. If we scroll down, we can see a graphical comparison of all of these players' 5-metric suite and how their contribution on the court differed. So as you can see, Cameron Boozer really stands alone with his at the rim and defensive statistical impact, and of course his pure scoring prowess. But with playmaking and floor general skills, Tyron Stokes shows real separation, and as a 3-point shooter, it's Caleb Holt. Now, to learn more about these players and their strengths, weaknesses, and abilities on the court, you can generate an AI analysis on the selected players, which in this case are the 3 Team USA guys that we've been looking at, and be able to read more and analyze how these players contributed to Team USA, along with a summary and a description of what their role would be and how their playing style differs. Now, the last thing I'd like to demonstrate on this page is the filters. This allows you to filter by certain box score stats, or taking a look at predetermined archetypes like the modern big, which autofills your 5-metric suite and usage, and shows that Cameron Boozer is the best modern big in basketball for 2024 FIBA World Cup U17. So let's now take a look at the player event report, which is going to show each of the individual players' event report that can be exported as a PDF. It can be downloadable right away, and you can take a look at all of the statistics for Cameron Boozer at 2024 FIBA World Cup. Here's a skill breakdown and some insights by CerebroAI on his strengths, weaknesses, and playing style, along with the individual game log, which can all be found here on the player event report itself. You can see what his best game was. It looks like it was against France. You can see what his percentiles were for each of the 5-metric suite, most of them being #1 100th percentile. And you can generate an AI analysis to learn more about the stats that you might have missed in your process of parsing or analyzing all the data available to you here in the player event game log. As you can see, it shows his averages, but the AI analysis also gives you some standout games like the one against France where he had 29 and 12, and some more in case you missed it statistics followed right here. Moving on to the team event report, which is going to allow us to see each of the individual teams at this event, along with seeing their roster and how each of the players on their roster contributed. Now, an AI analysis is going to give a summary of the leaders in each of the box score categories, along with a comparative analysis on how that team performed relative to the rest of the field. And of course, in case you missed it statistics, like Caleb Holt shooting 50% from 3. Now on this page, it's pretty easy to compare different players' statistics directly because they played on the same team in the same event. But let's say they didn't play on the same team and you wanted to learn more about how they matched up head-to-head against other great players. You would simply go to the Global Player Comparison portal, which allows you to select any player's events. For instance, Cameron Boozer has all of these events that we've already seen. And instead of selecting the World Cup event this time, we'll take a look at his FIBA Americas U16 stats, where he played in 6 games and averaged 17 points, 10 rebounds, 2.5 steals, and a block. His defensive numbers are insane. And we can add AJ Debinsa, and instead of having the same event where we're comparing them, I can select any of these events like the NBPA Top 100 camp, where I believe AJ Debinsa was a beast. Yeah, he played in 6 games for Team Miami and averaged 28 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and shot 61% from the field. And simply compare those players head to head with their statistical profiles at different events, and also generate an AI analysis showcasing, of course, their strengths, their weaknesses, how they match up in different statistical categories, and what their role difference would be. And you can see all of that right over here. And so that concludes all of the static AI features that are available in the CerebroAI prototype, and transitions us really nicely into the CerebroAI chatbot. Now, all you need to know about CerebroAI is found right here on this list of minimum viable queries, suggested questions that show you the formatting of how to talk to CerebroAI. And so the analysis that I'd like us to do today using CerebroAI is on 2 of the top shooting guards from the early 2000s, namely Kobe Bryant and Dwayne Wade. And so this question is going to allow us to compare Dwayne Wade from his rookie season all the way up until right before LeBron joined Miami to Kobe Bryant, who was at the peak of his powers during this time. And so as you can see, CerebroAI spit out all of the data in tabular format for each of the seasons that I was curious about. Now, where CerebroAI becomes extremely powerful is in graphical visualizations and being able to see and interact with the data. So I'm going to ask it for a detailed visual on how I can view this performance and the growth of these players. Boom, and here we go. A graphical comparison of Dwayne Wade versus Kobe Bryant's RAM over time from Dwayne Wade's rookie season, where he was definitely on a different tier than Kobe, but eventually caught up and exceeded Kobe's output in terms of box score contribution to the team. And we can be even more dynamic with this by adding another player to the mix. Boom, and not only now have we collected the RAM for LeBron in each of the seasons from our database, CerebroAI has graphically represented his RAM compared to Kobe and Dwayne Wade on this chart. And as you can see, LeBron is just on a different level. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to learn more or access the waitlist for this prototype, check out the link in the description below. See you soon.